What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Danganronpa 2. You know what time it is. For our sake, for our friend's sake, for Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake, we're gonna do it. And so, the curtain to the third-class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Bros. No, we don't save in an LP. Okay, anyway. I'm nervous about this. The one reason I'm really the most nervous about this is because I still don't really have a good idea yet of who it might be. Also, it's been a long time since we've gone to trial time-wise for this LP, because I tend to do them all in batches, so I really pray I remember how to do everything. Did we get more skills in the last one? I don't actually remember. We got Peach... Muscle up shift. Peach muscle. When did we get this? I don't even remember. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during non-stop and rebuttal. That could be good. What else did we get? Anything else? I think that might have been what we got from Akane. I mean, we could try it. Increases the rate of fire. And then we also have trigger happy, which I guess could help. I just have to make sure not to fire too darn quickly, I suppose. Let's give it a shot. That should be it. We didn't really get anything else, sadly. I feel like there was less free time for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure there wasn't. We already looked at the Monokuma file in the last one, so I think we're fine. I don't think we need to go over that again. Alright, pray for me. The only thing we need to pray here is if I can remember how to do the goddamn Hangman's Gambit and the other shit. Like the snowboarding thing, because I only did that once, and I fucked it up.
Now then,
Speaking of fucking it up,
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Yes, please, because I'm a moron.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Uh-huh, I'm ready.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Look at Hiyoko's little picture. Oh, it's so small.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Guys, it was me.
Oh well,
Can I just
who
leave?
cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
Let's do it.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Oh, because he was sick possibly, right?
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
You just sit there and do what I tell you. You don't need to know.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
He's not wrong.
But Nagito's not alone.
Oh.
I don't really get it either.
I guess we might have to explain it for them.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Wow, rude, dude. It's not like you're the frickin'... what? You ain't no Einstein yourself.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
You ain't... Girl, yes, preach. Also, I'm putting lip balm on. I'm sorry if you heard that little thing.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Oh, Kane, that's beautiful. Oh, okay.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the
I
arguments.
suppose that part is true.
Since
Fine.
he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Oh, this will be good. I'm sure I'll get it correct.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
All right.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
All right, that's all true.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Yep.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Yeah, wow. Fuyu, sounding a bit gruff. I like it. Holy shit. The voice.
I woke up at my cottage on the day
Yes.
the incident happened.
Yep.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
I wouldn't say she came by. You found her in your bed. I guess we're not going that far with it, though.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery,
Right.
I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Yep, that's all true.
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Okay.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
Oh, he's gonna tell everybody. Okay. Yep.
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story!
This dude, though.
And then what did you do,
I'm about to
Hajime?
sip my tea every time you come on screen.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue.
Yep.
But it was too late.
Oh, Hajime. He feels bad about it, too. Yep.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Yep.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
I just realized something. Remember how I said I really didn't have a definite grasp on who might have done this? Are we the most likely suspect here? Listening to Hajime plan this out now, like, and give it to us, it does make him sound a little bit guilty, doesn't it?
Why the motel?
That's where everybody was, Nagito. Didn't you hear me?
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
That's another good point.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
Yep.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
Yep.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
Man, Fuyuhiko sounds so much different when he's not screaming. I love it.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
Right.
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
What does that mean? Never mind, we'll answer that later.
Various ways?
Oh, damn it. Why am I Kazuichi? Oh no, I don't know if I should be worried about this. We're both disgusting, okay.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Look at him blushing. Aw, bless. Isn't he so cute? Yeah, no, Fuyuhiko wouldn't do that, would he? I mean, he yelled at us for being in bed with her in the first place.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
Yeah.
So I immediately led them to the music venue.
Right?
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Yep, that's all true.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that.
Yep.
Her body was taped to a pillar.
Look at that. Like, that must have taken so much work.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
Think about how you would have to hold a body up. First of all, you'd have to hold it up to start taping it at some point. Like, I'm just not sure how it was done.
And
at all.
We decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
Well, yeah, you were there.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
Right.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Oh, you're welcome, I guess.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait,
What?
how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
What do you mean? 5 million people just confirmed when they saw me. I knew this was gonna happen. I just said. Doesn't this cast a lot of suspicion on us? Oh no, he's not gonna go for it, is he? Come on.
Sorry.
Nagito.
I'm only being impartial right now.
Dude.
And the story I just heard is clearly
Look,
suspicious.
I know that you're pissed at me for not going on that movie date with you, but come on, bro, don't even try it. I know you still want to get in my pants.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first
I
one to
knew it.
discover Ibuki's body,
Oh no.
then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
You really think I'm lying though, do you? He's pissed that I brushed him off. I fucking knew it.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Yeah, why? Although I'm not saying it doesn't cast suspicion on him, it kinda does.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do go on, please.
Do you doubt me?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what he just said.
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
With what?
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Man, you just want to get in my fucking jeans so bad. You need to settle the fuck down. How are we gonna prove it? Prove we're not the killer, let's think. It's just as Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it. I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Well, yeah, but maybe somebody else might have brought it up as well. I guess everybody really trusts Hajime, huh? Make your argument. Alright. Motel room key, scrap the... Oh, this is a lot of things! Invitation ticket. Camera unit. The movie ticket!
Hajime's
Yeah.
testimony is clearly suspicious.
Maybe?
If Hajime's testimony is a lie,
Let's see what they say.
then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
That wasn't a lie. Shut
I don't
up.
think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
The only witness, okay.
Why would Hajime lie?
Thank you, Sonia.
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Uh-huh. Killer
Did
of your
Hajime
boner.
kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie
Okay, that's
means
it right there.
probably is Hajime's fault.
Wait a minute, Nagito, you're an asshole. You knew that I didn't see the movie yet. Wait a minute. But he knows that I didn't see the movie until after the fact. He's the one that told me to go fucking watch it. What? This bro right here. Trying to confuse my ass. I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere. I found it, Hajime. We'll get it. I need to find that and break through. The ticket says what
Hajime's
date I saw the
testimony
movie
is clearly
at.
suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Hajime's testimony is then the fact that Ibuki...
That would also...
I don't think I can. After all,
Why would Hajime lie?
Yup.
Well, obviously, because he's...
Did Hajime kill both of them?
No.
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Wait, isn't this it? Oh, I just missed.
No, that's wrong.
That happens. Break. God, I thought I was wrong there for a minute.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Wait, I don't understand. I thought for sure that when we were investigating, Nagito was like, Hajime, you haven't seen it yet? You better go see it. He knew that I didn't see the movie, didn't he? Maybe I'm wrong
you're
about
not.
that.
I already knew that.
You asshole. What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Huh?
Oh, I'm just sipping my tea. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
You penis. You knew that the whole freaking time and just wasted my time with this shit. Just because you wanted to see me
Each person
sweat
only
because you're
received
disgusting.
one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
If you guys could see my face right now, I'm just sipping my... I'm like Kermit right now. Just sipping
Isn't that right,
fucking tea.
Monokuma?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, no mistakes there.
Yeah, Monokuma, you were there too.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated
You
it.
could have just said that instead of putting me into an argument circle, though. I'm just saying.
Or
God.
did anyone tell him what happens
He's
in the movie?
so irritating.
Of course no one did, right?
No, we didn't even have time to barely talk to anybody.
hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Exactly.
Nagito, what are you doing?
This is weird. What is he doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony,
Uh-huh.
I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Okay.
It also provides a good warm-up.
What? This dude.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Can we just muzzle him?
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important.
You're disgusting.
Especially since this isn't a
This
game.
is all one giant euphemism. I'm just letting you guys know.
What a waste
this
of
is...
time.
Yup.
Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
This trial is gonna be one giant freaking euphemism, isn't it?
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Yes, let's. Fight's 14 minutes in.
So
Holy
this
shit.
means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
I think that's the case, but it's so hard to know. I don't know. I've got thoughts. I definitely think maybe Ibuki was coerced into it because she was sick. Now, Hiyoko is the other thing. Did she come into the scene or was she already there?
Yeah, I'm
That's what I
positive.
haven't figured out yet.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
Well, I mean, that's a logical thing to think, but is it too easy?
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
That's the other thing. We have to figure out how this went down. It's too complicated right now without enough facts.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
What I'm worried about is if Hiyoko was there and she... Alright, I'm just gonna say it right now, but don't say anything. I don't want you a yes or no or anything. This is just what I think. In my mind, did Hiyoko run and go change her kimono in the mirror? Ibuki was wandering around because she was sick. And you know, Hiyoko being as foul-mouthed as she is and just saying whatever, she probably was like, don't look at me, go kill yourself or something. And could it be that simple, though? But there is a killer because somebody killed Hiyoko. That's the part I don't know.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
There's a couple problems. I think I'm confusing myself.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone.
Right. Well, are we sure about this part? What if that already happened? What if Hiyoko was already dead? Nobody saw her.
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
I don't know. It's all right. We'll
Then
just
let's
go and see
ask
what happens.
Hajime, how long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Couldn't have been that long.
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
I also agree that that just seems unlikely.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Yeah, but that only bought them what, like 2 extra minutes?
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside
Right.
to try and keep us from entering right away.
Yeah, but how long could that have taken?
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Right.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
This is all real confusing.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still
But
inside.
who could it have been?
They were?
Were they just hiding and then they just merged with everybody so that you didn't notice?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
Okay, I guess I'm in agreement with that.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
I was afraid of this too. I was definitely afraid that if they weren't guilty, which they may be, that people were gonna point fingers at them anyway.
Me too?
Yeah, you weren't there though, dear. Please tell me it's not you. You're too sweet.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
I don't think it's either of them, but again, this game has put this on me before where I was like, oh, their personality, that would never happen.
The others
It can
all
always
have
happen.
alibis.
That's true.
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
Right.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
True.
And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
It just does.
There's another person
That
who
is
doesn't
logical.
have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Boy, we don't even know where he is. Don't even start with this. Oh, Akane's gonna get mad.
Me too!
What? Is he broadcasting it to him or something?
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right?
Oh no.
Not up to something weird, are you?
Has he set up like a Monokuma baby monitor to let him speak through?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Yeah, leave Nekomaru out of this.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
That is logical, but I'm just worried about this.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
I mean, Kazuichi, you have to be honest. The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Was he inside though? Motel room key, paper, stepladder, glob, monitor, video. Oh, the stuff that was on the door too. I forgot about that.
The killer was still inside the
shit.
music venue. By locking the door from the inside,
From the inside.
they tried to keep us from getting in.
Maybe that wasn't the case then. Wait, maybe
It
because
seems
of this
they were
stuff.
trying to stall for time.
Well, let's see what they say.
How did they lock the door?
How did they lock
That
the door?
door should not have had a lock.
Okay, it was that
The
stuff.
lock was on the
maybe.
floor in front of the door.
Right.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Oh, that's also that too.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Right.
By doing that, the killer who was
Right.
hiding
Okay,
inside
so if you use that, you were definitely inside.
waited till we gathered together
Okay.
and suddenly appeared.
Okay. See, the thing is,
So they looked like they had just rushed
I don't
over.
necessarily disagree with this.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Right. Excuse me. The person's remark contradicts the truth. Is it the stuff on the door, though? Ah.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Was I right?
No, that's wrong.
I guessed. That was a guess. I was just gonna go through. Break! Because I'm still not completely sure.
There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
I guess that could be true.
From the outside? How?
Oh, if they figure out that it actually was locked from the outside, that changes everything.
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Right. But wait, then how would was the drumstick just a red herring?
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Or glue or something, right? It wasn't rubber at all. The semi-transparent glob was probably gum. Rubber! Glue or gum would be my guess is here.
I see.
No, salad fingers!
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Some kind of something. Adhesive.
Glue?
I've never seen glue like that, though. Clear glue? Well, I guess I've seen clear glue.
Yeah.
But not clear neon
I think
green.
so too.
Yeah, she's the one that ate it.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness.
Ew.
And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
You know, you could have died.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I've never seen green glue, unless they were just highlighting it for, like, the game's sake.
I didn't know glue was edible.
Some of it is.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
Also true.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched.
Right.
By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Would that have really held? I guess maybe if it was like super wood glue or one of those like Gorilla Glue things.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Okay, interesting. So the person was probably not in there, which means all of that had to have been done before, though.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That's what I thought, too.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Oh, I see. Okay, yep, that's a possibility, too.
What'd you say?
Just to throw you off.
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious?
It was a red herring, then.
Almost unnaturally
So
so?
someone just broke it and left it there by the door? I guess that could also have happened.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Okay, so yeah, that definitely could be a possibility.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
It might have been.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
It's okay, Fuyu. You still made a lot of logical points.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this
Wow,
time.
rude, dude. Okay, you didn't have to take it that far. And also, you guys still don't have an alibi.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
No, I don't agree. You cannot go through life just meandering down the middle. You gotta feel passionate. You gotta pick sides every once in a while.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue,
Hajime.
the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
That's the thing we have to figure out. It doesn't seem possible. Was Hiyoko already dead?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. It just doesn't.
Even quick work has limits.
Yeah, I don't think there's a possibility that anybody could have pulled that off.
Aww, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue,
I don't think so. I think it must have already been done.
they must have done it earlier than
I think
that.
so too, Nagito. Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. Earlier? That's the only thing that makes sense.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
Right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right?
Right? Could you tape a dead body up in 10 minutes?
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
That is true.
Just revealed?
Was she hiding under something? Did they have like something covering her up?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own.
Right.
The killer did that too.
Again, probably to throw people off, right?
Here, I have proof.
Oh, the wallpaper.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Was she covered up with something?
That's right. but
Okay.
Just what is this scrap anyway?
It's wallpaper, isn't it? The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what it is. It's the thing that was ripped off from the roll of paper. Oh no, here we fucking go, guys. I'm gonna try to do what you said and keep the letters around to see what I can do. W-A-L-L-P-A-P-E-R. It's gotta be. I don't need that other W. So I can get rid of it. Oops. I gotta watch where they're going is the thing. Like, how do you keep them around when they bump into everything else? I need an A. I need an A. Whoops. Guys, this'll never be okay. Like, it'll never be okay. It'll never be okay. Never! It's almost easier to just, like, do this. For me, anyway. I have to remember I can put them back, too. I need that other L. Jesus Christ! Things are happening very quickly! Oh my god! Paper! It's like, how do I spell? How do you guys do this? This is so difficult. I just, like, killed all of my chances because I'm an idiot. I need... Oh my god, you guys, how do you... I need that other P. There we go. Can I have time to get the A? Nope. I need that other A and I fucked it. Here we go. I mean, I think this is... Oh, E, not A, you dumbass. Do you know how to spell? Every time. I like how that L has just been sitting there the whole time. I always get these messed up, I don't know why. There we go. Okay, that was considerably better than how I've done. Don't worry about everything that happened before that. Complete! I spelled!
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that ugly
in the
crap.
venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Okay.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
Oh, and it was on the lighting, wasn't it? And that's the kind of lighting that raises up and down. Okay.
Right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper...
Yep.
See?
It fits.
It fits perfectly.
Okay. Let's think about that then.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
I think so.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
What if everything was raised and lowered? That could be a thing, because then that would make it very easy.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
What do you mean? You know the answer, don't you?
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Especially because, okay, so if they raised and lowered things, or did they have the paper covering up the pillar that she was attached to? That could also be a thing. That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give it a try. What are we doing? What? Oh no. Wait, is this snowboarding? It's snowboarding. I don't remember how to do this at all. What was to speed it up? 'Cause there we go. Everybody told me to like speed it up immediately so it didn't take so long. Oh, I just fell. I forgot that you actually have to jump. Come on, it's like Tony Hawk. Sort of. Come on, you can do it. Alright, I'll try to go fast so that it doesn't take nearly as long as it did before. I'll just wait till we get to the questions. And we'll see what happens. I don't remember what those glowy things were. I think you can go on those. But I don't remember. Whoa. Question 1. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? Oh, definitely it was hidden. Definitely. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with now. So at least we know that. Cool. Phew. Oh, and hit all these because it makes you go faster. I got it, guys. I'm sorry. Action games, not too much my forte. I also love how they're trying to block me at every turn now. Come on. Don't do that. Is this as fast as I can go? I'm holding down the fast button. Question 2. What did the killer use to hide the body? No, definitely the wallpaper. It's gotta be. I do still think a curtain was gonna come into play, but I don't think it comes into play here. Alright. Done it. Bit more? Looks like. Let's do it. What are those, like, checkpoints? I guess the little, just the regular stuff. Whoa! Nelly! I don't know what's going on anymore. How do I snowboard? Question 3. How did the killer hide her body with a wallpaper? They formed a wall, they covered... Oh, I definitely think... They covered the pillar sounds more logical. I don't think we actually know the answer to this, though. I'm gonna guess. Oh, nice. Sweet. Oh, good. That lasted a lot less time. Sorry. Why did Hyoko's body... Okay. Hidden the wallpaper that covered the pillar.
It's all coming together.
Yay, we did it. Okay, good. This part's actually pretty easy. I'll take this over the Hangman's Gambit any day.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found
So
it.
that makes sense for the whole time thing, because before I was just trying to rack my brain.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Yeah, how long was she there?
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
How long could she have been there for then? That's terrible.
What? They hid the pillar?
That's what it's looking like. Pillar!
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Okay. Wouldn't you have
So
seen
when
her
I
though?
first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already
I guess
there.
if you're not looking close enough and then it was darkish, maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But I still feel that even if you put wallpaper over her, you'd see like a body outline. Maybe that's just me.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly
I guess
larger
maybe
pillar,
it's really thick.
I didn't realize that at the time.
Okay.
Well, that's understandable.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
It makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Of course.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Yeah, looks like. Oh, I see. Okay, so they hung it around, so it wasn't like wrapped up against her body. It made it kind of like there was space. That makes sense.
The baton lighting forms a perfect
Yep.
circle around the pillar.
Yeah.
So using
So
it
never
to
mind
hang
what
the
I said
wallpaper
about seeing her
totally
through it,
fits.
because that's immediately I just thought they just wrapped it over her. I'm like, wait a minute.
The reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
I see. Okay.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music
Thank
venue.
goodness this is just like Phoenix Wright, where it kind of leads you down the right path in case you didn't know it before.
But the killer made a mistake.
God.
They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
Right.
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Yep. Okay.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
Yep. True.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
Yeah, it
The
is.
crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
Okay.
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Now, yeah, that could possibly have been done in 10 minutes. Absolutely. I think so.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
I don't know. To think that she might have been there for a long time is really terrible.
Good point. And on that note,
Stop smiling.
it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Why is that?
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
I thought you knew.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, she hasn't
you
seen it.
haven't seen my masterpiece?
Oh, no.
The Wizard of Monami 2.5.
I gave it 2 out of 10 tomatoes.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
True. You could have a lawsuit on your hands.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothballs or moss? Okay, either
I
way.
don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Mothballs are so cute.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Uh-huh.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Right.
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Right.
It's as if both crimes were replicas
What about
of
the
scenes
third
from the
one,
movie.
though?
Although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Yeah, do we care about that?
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Really? The reason the killer imitated the 2 victims in the movie, I should be able to explain it. Oh, I see. To mix up the killing order, because that's what we were all fussed about before. Maybe that's what it is.
I see.
Salad fingers?
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Right, it's just another thing to throw on top of it to confuse you.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
It's looking like that's the case.
A valid line of reasoning.
That stinks.
Yeah, it's valid.
This whole
the
thing
condition
stinks.
Of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Right.
What do you mean?
Why is he so upset?
If you're going to cry and beg like that,
What?
then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
She did neither of those things. What are you talking about, Gundam? What's wrong?
I'm not even crying.
They owned.
I'll let you sob as much as you
What-
want
what-
later.
a Gundam?
Just
What are you
hurry
talking
up
about?
And tell me before I change my mind.
Oh dear.
What a jerk!
Why am I Kazuichi today?
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right?
Yes.
Because you don't understand what I'm saying.
Drag him.
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Sorry, Gundam. You got owned this time.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Right.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Oh, because of the blood on her shoes.
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Of course.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
Is that a euphemism?
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Gundam just doesn't understand. That's all. Bless.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Oh my god.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
Right.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities
Wow,
like you know
rude.
something like that?
This trial is like bringing out the worst in everybody.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Yep.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Don't you throw your hamsters at me.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're gonna talk in circles. Yeah, Hajime, we gotta stop this. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Okay. Blood on the souls. Oh, it's gotta be that. It's got to be blood on the souls. We'll see. Nothing else right now, unless it's a stepladder maybe that also had blood on it.
When Hiyoko died,
Right?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Okay. That's
I
true.
am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Oh!
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Wait a minute.
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something.
Nope, no, not that.
So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
I almost want to do that.
Weak, I say!
Gundam, what's wrong with you?
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Oh dear. Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true? No. No, because if she was standing up, the blood would have gotten like on the front of her slippers, but I do believe that they were on the bottom.
When
is the
Hiyoko
thing.
died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
I guess that means she did step in something.
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yep.
I agree with that.
Okay, that is right then. Yeah, there we go. Break.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
Okay. So the blood would have been already on the stage.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
Yep.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Right.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
That's what it looks like.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Oh, that's what we're hoping at this case.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
Oh boy, okay.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Right.
Don't underestimate
Uh-oh.
the power of the evil eye.
Uh-oh. I'm so bad
Is
at this.
That it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Why are you going against me, Gundam? Come on, don't
Does
do
that
this.
mean you have a rebuttal?
Oh, I don't want to do the butt thing with you, Gundam, really.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Okay. Right.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Oh my, what? No, I don't want to do this.
However, the time for conviction starts now.
I'm so bad at this.
You better entertain me to the fullest.
I'll try. I'm so bad at this. Why am I bad at these things, you guys? Rope used for hanging, scrap of thick paper. This is a lot of things. It's probably this, if I had to guess. Because we're talking about the blood on the floor, right? I don't know.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
There's no blood on the floor.
You can't step on blood that was never there.
Oh, okay.
Just about did you see a nice nightmare?
Advance.
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Right, okay.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes, but it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your... You should feel it's
What
been
is he
nearly
talking
3
about?
years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
I'm just trying to get rid of these. Uh-oh.
Damn it!
Oh, you know what? I had to use it in the original thing. Okay, sometimes I feel like these all have to go through multiple stages
You're saying
to
the blood
work.
on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko?
Okay, no,
Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Okay.
Allow me to cut through
I have
those
to remember
words.
that it doesn't always have to go through like 2 or 3 stages to get to the point.
That's not it. The reason there was
Got
no
it.
blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Right, there was a smudge, wasn't there?
Don't say such
Like a
foolish
white-
things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Oh, but we do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, give it to him, Hajime.
If you look closely,
Yep.
there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
Right.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but
Uh-huh. They missed it.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
Right.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
I think so.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Right.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
True.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Right.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Does that actually happen?
Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Okay.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That's what it seems like, doesn't it?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
Right.
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this
I'm worried about
evidence,
this.
there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Okay.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Oh, now you got nothing to say, eh? Okay.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
No, you're not wrong.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Okay, okay. Everyone calm the fuck down.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
All right.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma
Oh
first.
my, what? Nagito, what is it?
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Yes, coincidentally.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
I guess that's a good question. Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
When it happened with Sakura, didn't we just vote for Sakura? I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Oh,
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
he's not sure, I think.
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
Okay.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Maybe?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Well, she was sick.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember?
Ugh.
That means anything can happen.
Right.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
That's also true. She wouldn't have been able to leave the venue and seal it up.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of
too.
Hyoko's body soon after means
Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's possible.
the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive.
How is that even possible?
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
No, dude, you can't. No.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
Nope, nope, nope.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
No, you're absolutely right, Fuyu.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
No way. That's way too permanent. Like, once that started, forget it.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
Yup.
I see. So that means
Nagito, you can't be this stupid.
there's no doubt that someone killed those
Oh,
two.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad.
All he does
Now
is
I'm free
waste
to
our
search
time.
for the killer.
My God.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
What if someone told her to do it, though? Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Right.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Maybe. I don't. Force is not the word I would use.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I
No.
don't know anything about that.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't say it all proud.
Seriously, can't I punch him?
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
Maybe.
So, an alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Okay.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Right.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Right.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Otherwise, Kazuichi would have used it already.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
Seems like it.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
Okay.
And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
Right.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
Okay.
And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki,
Right.
that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Okay.
Then
Who was around at
we
that time?
just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Who doesn't have one, though?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Okay, let's do it. My only thoughts were Fuyu and Mikan. Mikan's account, Sonya's account, Fuyuhiko's account. Shoot.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane,
Well, let's just
right?
see what they say.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning
Right
announcement,
before the morning announcement.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
That's probably true.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
Right.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Where, yeah,
That's not an alibi.
hopefully that's true.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi
Oh!
has failed.
Wait. Nobody has an alibi. The murders supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. I think I know. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We
Okay.
can exclude the sick people
I
like
think
me.
I know.
What about the...
Right before I was
It's-
totally sleeping.
It's Mikan, isn't it?
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was
That's not.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
Right.
if nobody has an alibi,
Am I right?
then-
Oh god.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Break.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Right.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Yeah.
You two have alibis?
Suck it.
Up
Wait,
until I
what?
saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
Oh, here it comes.
We even woke up together that morning.
Oh no.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Don't worry about it. It's none of your business.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Yeah, she was with us. Oh, Chiaki, don't get jealous. You can have some too.
Too much info.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagito's condition had improved.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, when you say it like that, of course everyone's gonna believe you.
And we went to the hospital together afterwards.
That's true too.
So we were together until right before the announcement.
Yep,
I get it. You guys have alibis.
we do.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
Oh no.
It's better if we think about it like that.
Okay. But
The
that
killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
that's true.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
During the morning announcement though, that's different, isn't it?
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Okay. Nagito, what? What?
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
What do you mean? Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process.
Right?
Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Are you saying there was another reason?
What would the other reason have been?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much.
Uh-huh, I'm sure
That's
you do.
how I feel.
I'm sure. Losing sleep
I
over
think
it, right?
The killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Like what? The killer had a different reason? What could it have been? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? I don't know. Wait, oh, are we going to break now? Oh my god, it's been 53 minutes. I haven't even looked. I've been like so into this. Oh, perfect.
Hiya!
Well, you know what? We'll talk about moss balls and everything in the next one. We'll start with a lighter note and this beautiful song before I fuck up everything again. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I clearly am. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.